Let's call this meeting to order.
Roll call.
Jones here.
Becker here.
Heineck here.
Bergen.
Kubicek.
Johnson here.
Stacy here.
All commissioners being present, we are going to start this evening with statements from the candidates. I would ask for the two new candidates, Mr. Magdalene and Mr. Siegel, to come up.
Am I first?
How bad does this sound, first of all? Should we try that one?
It's bad.
One, two.
Is that better? Yeah.
I'll try to talk loud. One can hear me. No, you can't hear me. Hello? Hello?
Hello? How's that? Is that better?
Well, first off, thank you everybody. Hello?
Why didn't they check this stuff before the meeting?
Hello? Well, if I talk like this, can everybody hear me? Hello? Okay, that's better. First off, thank you everybody for coming in to vote. My name is, I got some notes here. I promise to be very brief, just to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Brent McGolan. I've been an area resident. I've lived in the Mukwonago area. Grew up in Mukwonago, went to Mukwonago High School, graduated from Whitewater, and lived in the area since 1975. This year I'll be married 31 years to my wife Melissa right there. So, yeah, some people say that. I've got 3 children and 2 grandchildren who've spent a ton of time on the lake. My wife growing up, her grandparents and her aunt and uncle, the Mitchells, lived on Mill Lake. So she's grown up on the lake as a young boy. I grew up in Mukwonago, and I can still remember going with my father, and he'd say, water the grass the night before, and you knew that you were going to Lake Beulah, and we were renting a boat from, it's Lulabelle's now, I don't even remember what it was called back then, but you would, whatever it was, you would rent a boat, and you knew the minute you got to the middle of the lake, you'd have to bail out the boat because it was leaking. So that's what I did. In 2012, we rented a slip on Lake Beulah. I bought a boat, and in 2014, I was fortunate enough to buy a house on Lake Beulah. So we've been on Lake Beulah, actually living on Lake Beulah since. Is that better? So I got to bring my notes then too.
You start over.
I was born in Huntston. So then in 2014, we bought a house on Lake Beulah on Mill Pond, and we're fortunate enough to have that house and live there and raise our 3 kids. Today, in the summer, on Friday afternoon, the first call that I get is, what time are we going out on the boat this weekend, and what are you making us all for dinner? So we love the lake. I'm running on basically three just key things. Lake Beulah is a pristine lake. It has always been pristine. I've been up north, I've been everywhere, and it is one of the cleanest lakes that I've ever been on. Number 2, I think there's room for everybody on the lake with different boats, everything. I believe that if we have rules and regulations, we're courteous and we're decent to everybody, there's room for everybody to be on the lake. And finally, number 3, I believe in board transparency. I've heard some things, and I think everybody in this room has a right to know what's going on, and they have a right to know what's going on. And so, that's me. I'm Brent McGolan. I'm done. So thank you very much.
Should I try to?
My name is Rob Siegel. Do I need to say my address? No. Okay. I am somewhat new to the lake.
Gotta put the mic
Closer.
closer.
Yeah, better. Thank you. See, this is compromise. Help me out. Yeah. I'm running for chair in Lake Beulah Management District because I'm a born contributor. I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot along the way, but I bring 20 years of experience contributing to national emphasis programs, colleges, and standards committees all over our country. The one thing I can do well is facilitate compromise. I believe that we have a huge opportunity in front of us right now. The reason that I've made comments about this being pivotal elections is because I believe that the event happening now, this fan surfing event, which has gathered local, national coverage, not just us, but everywhere, is our opportunity for a small community to set an example for other communities if we stop fighting, we stop separating into private interest, and combine interests for compromise. It'll also make Lake Beulah Management District's job a little bit easier. We can with compromise from all sides and support from a fair and reasonable Lake Management District set a precedent for other communities to follow. No one has ever brought the community together as a whole of stakeholders to contribute to anything as big as this, as a whole. This is just an event, but man, we are all engaged, and we should use this power for good. I had the opportunity to run around the lake this weekend, and I thought I was going to do it because my kids said, go run around with this t-shirt on, and we're going to get pictures of you for social media. And I actually was able to meet with quite a few people that I haven't met before, and we had fantastic conversations. There is so much about this lake that I don't know, and so much history that I have yet to learn. When I look at environmental stewardship and see us fighting amongst each other about surf fans and pouring money into suing the local government, I don't see an attempt to compromise. We're not working with the regulatory bodies properly to conduct hazard and risk assessments. It seems like we have knee-jerk reactions between people that have initial personality conflicts which can be resolved if addressed properly and respectfully.
30 seconds left.
We can harness tech, so my business is education. And when I look at technology, I think if we harness tech and we look at our education, we could turn educational programs around in weeks rather than years. I moved here forever. If I don't win a chair today, I'll be back. I'm Rob Siegel.
I'm going to try to talk loud. Can everybody hear?
Louder.
Louder.
Is this better?
Okay, my name is Jess Stein.
Hold it really close.
Eat the mic.
Yeah, we'll try turning that one off. So sorry about that. It's off.
I'll try this again. Can you hear?
No.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold it.
Hello?
Maybe that's you.
I am.
Karaoke.
My name is Jess Steinig. I've lived on the lake since 2006, full time. I'm going to start out with something everybody knows about Lake Beulah. We currently have a very healthy lake, which includes beautiful natural environment,
And I want to keep it that way.
I want to keep it that way now and for future generations. As your incumbent commissioner, I rely on the following when voting on issues. I don't know what's wrong. So the first thing I pay attention to is resident input. I think that's very important, just to hear what people are saying, get a pulse for what's going on. Number two, I love listening to science and factual information. So I focus on that big time. The Walworth County Shoreline Ordinance Guide is something that I rely on. If you're working on a project, I would urge you to go to Walworth County and get it. It'll tell you everything you need to know. The town of East Troy ordinances are important to pay attention to, and also state statutes. Those are my guiding compasses when dealing on issues. My positions, which I'm going to state, on current issues are as follows. On buoys, there have been a lot of complaints regarding shoreline erosion, pier damage, safety issues for swimmers, canoers, kayakers, paddlers being waved over by wake and hand surfing and other motor boats. I don't think that's a hidden secret. To address this, Lake Beulah Management, along with the town, decided to apply the town of East Troy buoy placement ordinance of 200 feet from shore. I applied for a buoy permit, and that was approved by the DNR recently. So next boating season, we are going to have buoys around the lake at 200 feet offshore, approximately 500 feet spaced. So that'll give a safety alley for boaters, swimmers, etc. At least it's a good first attempt. As far as wake and hand surfing, if you didn't go to the meeting this past Saturday, PLB released its wake and hand surf findings presented by Terra Vigilis. The data and videos clearly show that wake and hand surfing causes bottom disturbances at depths greater than 20 feet. It's undeniable. Go look at the videos.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay. Westcott's Rottage, the marina, I oppose it. I stand behind the litigation against the town and the county, primarily because it's a C4 property which does not allow for a marina, and it's also a designated DNR area of sensitivity. So those reasons are factors that I support litigation.
Time.
Thank you.
Do I dare? If someone could just take me for a slalom run right now, I'd be very, very happy. My name is Pat Bergen. I am the chair of the Lake Beulah Management District. For those of you who don't know, my family is relatively new to the lake. After looking at lake properties for years, we bought in 2021 on Lake Beulah to enjoy its water quality and natural beauty. It hasn't disappointed. This lake has been a fantastic family gathering place for swimming, biking, tubing. Whenever I'm out for a boat ride or a paddle, I think about how lucky I am to share this great lake. That's why when this opportunity came up to be on the management district, I jumped at it. If you've heard me speak before, you know I'm mission driven. The mission of a lake district is set by Wisconsin statutes and is to undertake a program of lake protection and, if needed, rehabilitation. This fits with my values and what I want for this lake to preserve it for our children and grandchildren. To fulfill that mission, this board's had a very busy year. You will shortly hear Terra Vigilis' results of our investigation into whether wake surfing harms our lake. We've purchased, as you've heard, permitted, and will be installing buoys next year. We view this as a first step to providing a safer place for swimmers, fishermen, and paddlers, but we know it's not enough. This year, we stepped in to help coordinate the goose mitigation efforts, knowing that removes a potential source of water contamination. We continue to oppose the conditional use permit to operate a commercial marina in the Stringers Bridge area. That's in an RE designated environmentally sensitive area. We have worked very hard and in collaboration with, quite frankly, a ton of people who come to our meetings regularly to draft educational materials for our lake users. And we're working with the town of East Troy to increase police presence on our lake. These are all things that we've heard and we think are responsive to the riparian rights owners, and I plan to continue to do that. So there's a lot more work to be done to protect our beautiful lake. I look forward to your support. Thank you.
All right, so there's election for 2 commissioner positions for 3-year terms, so you get to vote for 2 people on your ballots. I know there's a lot of people here, so Lisa and myself are gonna come around. If you wanna pass your ballot to one side, we'll pick them up, and then people that wanna leave will leave. Do not rush out the exits just because we'll have a stampede. So, vote, and then we'll come around and collect ballots.
All right, what do we got here? Church. I'm at church.
Like to get notes.
Should have brought my. Why don't you run home and get my stuff?
Any other ballots?
Hey Pat, you want me to go get 2 microphones and 2 speakers that work like a champ? I can run home and get them. They work good, really good. No, they're not in my car. They're at the house, but I'm not far away.
That's not
Okay.
That's like saying you have to leave.
All right. You could go get them. These guys are it's a love-hate relationship.
All right, I think we're starting to die down, so why don't we get going with our presentation this evening? I'm sorry, I am a baseball coach. I'm not actually angry, I'm just used to yelling across the baseball field. So, with that, I of course walked away from my notes. So, we are going to jump ahead in the agenda to the Terra Vigilis presentation. Terra Vigilis has conducted science-based environmental studies for various lake associations and municipalities around the country for over the past 7 years. They utilize aerial and submersible drone technologies to visually capture and present images and videos of the wave impacts to shorelines, lake bottoms, and aquatic habitats. This evening, we have Tim Tyre and Charles Lutke to present the findings from the in-lake study performed at Lake Beulah. Gentlemen.